Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And a nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemet-u said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, so you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalkemet.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Award Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at Kingsimonthenumerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Greetings, family. Greetings, family. Greetings, family. Greetings, family. All the good sayings. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, hotep, Islam, Iri to everybody that's tuning in and locking in right now. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. I hope everybody is feeling good today. How y'all doing? Yes. Okay. Yeah, here I am. Here I is. Man, I hope all of you are doing well. Big up to Yolanda Spivey tuning in. Big up to my dear friend Yolanda Spivey, another superstar Cancerian woman. Big up to her. And big up to everybody that's locking in right now. Thank y'all very much for coming in and sharing your space with me today. You know, I've been watching certain things lately, and I think this particular lesson, let me put on my blue blockers. I need my blue blockers. Yes, I need my blue blockers. Woo, gotta protect these eyes as much as I can. Yeah, these are 58-year-old eyes. And I've been seeing a lot for 58 years. Believe me when I say that. I've seen a lot in 58 years, but I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a lot. So the blue blockers are definitely necessary. Let me straighten up my hat. I won't look like no thug in the rug. They look like no thug in the rug now, you know. Big up to all the thug life out there, all the thug life brothers out there, you know, thug in the rug. I want to be a thug in the rug. I like to be respectable to my audience and the children that are watching and people that are paying attention to me. Hey, do remember tomorrow. But first of all, I got to say happy birthday to my daughter. Happy birthday, Ashley. That's the one that gave birth. Those who know. Those who don't know, now you know. Now you know. Yeah, she's the one that gave birth to my 15th grandchild, Phoenix. So enough respect to her. Happy birthday to her. So happy that I did speak to her this morning, but she's studying to be a nurse. So it is what it is. I love it. So today, I think she's 28 years of age today, 28 years old. So big up to my daughter. Today is her 28th birthday, Ashley. And I sent them a gift for the child and her, to tell you the truth. But today, of course, remember tomorrow, they're doing the economic blackout, February 28th. If you want to participate, that's up to you. If you don't want to participate, that's up to you. All right. That's up to you. That is your business. All right. And tomorrow, Nicholas Brooklyn, they're doing something tomorrow over there at Nicholas Brooklyn. Make sure you go to Eventbrite, Nicholas Brooklyn at Eventbrite, or call that number right there. And remember, in the month of March, we got all these beautiful sisters coming in. Shout out to all of them for the Women's History or Herstory Month. I have a new flyer that says Women's History Month and beyond. So I'm going to switch that off probably for the next episode. And big up to my girl, Paris Williams, doing a book signing, meet and greet in Atlanta, in the West End, because that's the best end. And they're going to be over there doing their thing. And please join the membership. Join the membership. Yeah. Okay, so today's lesson, people don't realize that the word spiritual or spirit actually deals with life force and energy. That is what it really is. It's an energy. And everything has an energy to it. So when people say they are spiritual or they haven't been, and I heard Paris speak on the spiritual community. To tell you the truth, everybody is a part of the spiritual community. It's just how you use the spirit that's within you. It's just how you use it. Some people are using it for negative. Some people are using it for positive. Good. Some people have the spirit of laughter. Some people have the spirit of sadness. Some people have the spirit of sex. And some people have the spirit of, but you can always use every one of those things in a positive or negative way. Where you can go to a comedy show and it's dark comedy. And then you could go to another comedy show where it's light and spiritual comedy or highly elevated comedy, people might say. But all of it is spirituality. All of it. So I don't profess to be the super spiritual person in the room. But because I understand energy and I understand all of us have our spirituality when it comes to different levels of it. Where I'm a person that like to joke and have fun, and where if I'm connected to you in any way and I can't have fun and be open to you, then I don't need to be around you. That's just my spirit. That is my energy. I can't open up and have fun and talk my stuff, and that's what I love about the club life, because everybody in the club life is spiritual. Everybody in the club life is using Kundalini, but they might not be using it in a correct way, what is the correct way? What is the correct way? So, all right, you got it. You go in the club, you hear Vibes Cartel and Spice talking about sex in the music. That is a form of Kundalini. It's just that they have a formal way to promote Kundalini through culture. But when it came to sexual connection or tantric connection, it could either go up the positive or the negative road, depending on its use or depending on the amount of information a person is using. So I think it's very important that we discuss the resonant energy, because today's title is Spiritual Energy, a Master Number Resonator. And just because it's a master number, that don't mean it's always positive. Just because the words spiritual energy is a master number, it does not mean that it's always positive. There is a lesser side and there is a higher side to this thing called master numbers. So many of us want to claim and hold on to the master number frequency, but some people don't know how to wield that type of power. And sometimes if you don't know how to wield that type of power, then the master number frequency or the resonant energy connected to master number can be destructive. And I always like to preference that. I always like to be honest and truthful with that. That's one thing about me. I'm going to be honest with you when it comes to these numbers, because numbers are objective. People try to make it subjective, but they are objective. They give you a multiplicity of coins or multiplicity of interpretations that you could use, whether you're going down the low road or the high road. At the end of the day, you are the conductor. You are the generator. You are the conductor. And you have to be enlightened enough to either use it for its positive, or you might be enlightened enough to use it for the negative. That's totally up to you, the individual. So numbers are very powerful when you understand their vibration. Big up to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all very much. Teresa Miller said, I received my signed copy of the Numerovational for Mental State. I love it. You're welcome, Teresa. Big up to Scotty in the building. One of your lectures, you recommended the book Africa Counts. Yes, Claudia Vasquez. Yeah, purchase it. Use it on eBay. Yes, good. Yeah, it's a good book. I have it right here. Big up to Sweet Mama, all the time supportive. William, what up, though? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Nicole, what up? Let's see who's on Instagram. Where's my Instagram crew? Let me see my Instagram. King Ace in the building. Yes. Kendra in the building. Empower in the building. Sock One in the building. Okay, good. All my people's in the building. Deion Jackson in the building. Miss Smith in the building. Okay, I see y'all. Misha God's girl in the building. Thank y'all very much on Instagram. How y'all doing? So yes, when I used to go into the nightclubs, there was a spiritual thing going on, because again, spirit and energy is one and the same thing. It's how you use the energy. Use it properly. And so when people talk about this spiritual community, the whole world, the earth is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Even when they do war, destructive, whatever you're doing, positive and negative, is spiritual. And I've seen the master number frequencies that can lead down the negative of the road of what we call spiritual energy, or the positive of the road. So I was thinking about it. So I was listening to Paris put up these clips, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, good. You know, why she's not a part of the spiritual community. I'm like, what community? I mean, the monks have a spiritual community. The Sufi has a spiritual community. The Muslims have a spiritual community. The Christians have a spiritual community. All of it is spiritual. And there's no slight on her because she may have when she talks about, when Paris talk about spiritual community, she may have her perception of it. But if you look at it a broader perspective, you'll see that everything is spiritual. And some of this quote unquote spiritual community she may be talking about, they may have brought a lot of their madness into what we deem as higher level of spirituality, where sometimes the so-called spiritual community can be the most vicious and dangerous people to be around. Just like some of the most Christianist people can be the most vicious, and some of the most Muslimist people, or the people that are Muslim or Hebrew or Jews, can be the most dangerous people to be around. Because we've seen the Bible and the Quran and all of it has been used for war and all kinds of stuff. People have been fighting religious war and cultural wars for years. That's all spiritual. If y'all understand what I'm saying, please put the number 1 in the chat. Put the number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. It's all spiritual. It's how you manipulate the spirit, how you manipulate the energy, how you use it. And then which one do you gravitate to? Who do you want to work with that may support your spiritual growth into the higher level of spirituality instead of keeping you down in the lower level of spirituality? That's all. But you got to have balance. I don't want to be around spiritual people that just want to meditate all day. That's not balance. Meditating to talk all this. No. I don't want to be around spiritual people that just want to talk about sex and madness all day. That's not balance. Because we all got here through sexual activity. Unless you're a test tube, baby. Even in the test tube, the ovum and the sperm had to be put together and then things started happening. It's still sexual. When I get that feeling, I go sexual healing. Sexual. It's all sexual. Yeah, please share and like, subscribe. Big up to my moderator in the building. Please like and subscribe this. Please like and subscribe this. I'm not here to play with nobody. I like to be real. 1000%. Keep what we say in the streets. Keep it a buck. We're gonna do it. Keep it a buck. Stop playing. Keep it a buck. And remember, you can share. You can spread love via super sticker, super chat, or you can spread love via PayPal, Venmo, or I don't have Cash App. Cash App is only provided for those who want to book a session. You could choose to use my emergency Cash App. Okay. So it's so important that we all recognize the use of this thing called spiritual energy, because it can take you up a high road and it can take you down a low road. That is the God's truth. Oh, I just removed something from backstage. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Where you going? Oh, there you go. That is the God honest truth. It can be taken both ways. And yes, I do want to go right into it, the meaning of spiritual energy. And the online meanings, they give all the hodgepodge and the high frequency. But when you spoke to people like Panic or Bobby Hemmett, they gave you multiple levels. They gave you multiple levels of it. Even Dr. Blair, even Dr. Valentine, they give you multiple. Even Jewel Pookrum, they give you multiple levels of it. And it's all spiritual. Just like numbers can be used for negative as well as positive, like Aleister Crowley did use it for negative. Blavatsky, she was right down on the middle. She was doing something, but I didn't study her enough. I do have her autobiography. I did buy her autobiography, but I didn't study her enough. But it's very important that we stay on a high vibratory level when you're striving to be spiritual, so to speak. Again, I don't like to be around too much high, quote unquote pretend highly spiritual people. I don't like that. I don't like to be around that. I like to see the balance where I can be spiritual, but I can laugh at some bull crap too. I can laugh at some of the ratchetness also. Dr. Shakira sent me something about some guy being bald and then putting in a whole hair thing, and he just want to look prettier than his woman. Even if he might not have a woman, but that's what's happening out there. That's spirituality too. Because it takes a spirit, it takes something, an energy for you to move to do something like that. It takes an energy to become homosexuality. It takes an energy to become a pedophile. It takes an energy. That's all spiritual. All of that is spiritual. Again, it's how they use it, how they manipulate the energy in this realm, because energy can be manipulated because of our quote unquote free will. I'm just saying. People that want to have sex with animals, that's spirituality. Because you have people that love animals enough that they want to cohabitate by sticking their tongue in an animal's mouth. That's still spiritual, but that's their spirituality. That's what they chose to do. That's spiritual. Don't get it twisted. It's spiritual. And people might say, oh, that's nasty. The children might be saying, hey, mommy, somebody kissing dogs and cats and mouse and rats. Yes, there are people that do that, children. Children. Yes, mama. Where have you been to, grandmama? So it's important to know that, to teach your young people that the spiritual energy, which again is basically the same thing. I just put it together in this to show you even the master number frequencies in both of them. In both of them. That means anytime you see a master number show up, there's a portal happening. And that portal can be used for good in what we deem as good and what we deem as bad. Do you know there's certain people that don't deem cannibalism as bad at all? There's some people that don't deem pedophilia as bad. They think it's natural. So that isn't spiritual energy. It may not reaches to your pinnacle. It may not be at your level of what you call spirituality, but it is a spiritual energy. And that's why I got to go to the board. Oh, man, don't get bored with the board, because I'm about to drop something in the board right now. Oh, Bernie Mac is about to come out of me right now. Oh, America. Oh, America, America. You hear this, America? Oh, America. All around the world, we got to understand this thing called spirituality. On a higher level, yes, but you got to understand it on a lower level also. Because once you understand and understand the lower level, then it helps you, the individual, to balance yourself out and recognize that it does exist. And again, what people do with the energy is where the issue lies amongst it. Because the energy is pure. The energy is pure. Energy cannot be created or destroyed according to their science. So it's pure energy, just like electricity. Pure energy, electricity is energy. Now, the scientists might come and give some real deeper aspect of it and found a theorem of it. There's not a theory anymore. The energy does exist. But when I come from a numerovational perspective, I see 44, I see 22, I see 11 showing up all over the place. I see these different portals showing up all over these words. Spiritual energy. So already, once I start seeing 44, already a person that might be connected to what they call spiritual energy, already it's letting me know that it's a mental thing also. Although it becomes a portal, because the portal is right in between. There's always a portal. Right in between the two numbers. There's always a portal. Right in between the two numbers. Allowing you to come and utilize its energy as much as you possibly can, to the highest level if you want, or to the lowest. You know, in certain numerology book, that 44, 22, and 11 can be some real malefic numbers, some real dangerous, destructive numbers if used incorrectly. Oh yeah, big up to the 44 resonator. Blue Pill is using it correctly, but there have been those who use 44 negatively. Akibalan 44 is using it in positive, and Blue Pill is using it positive, but there have been people that have used that energy negative. So don't get it twisted. I love my brothers, Akibalon and Blue Pill. Love them because they're keeping it in the I allow frequency. I allow myself to be positive. I allow myself to stay on the higher vibration of this master number. Master number 11 shows up in the word energy twice. Master number 44, 22, and 11 shows up in the word 22 shows up twice. 22 shows up twice in it. And master number 44 shows up, 44 shows up once, and 11 shows up. So there's a multiplicity of portals in the word spiritual alone. That lets me know that you can't play with this, because with great power comes great responsibility. Say that again for the people in back of the universe. With great power comes great responsibility. And just being human, you have great power. You have power to either build or destroy, just being human. You have the power to step on an ant or let the ant thrive. Kill a bee or let the bee thrive. Kill a mosquito or let the mosquito do its thing. We have the power to eat fish and goat and cows and live vegetables. Y'all vegetarian think y'all higher than us. You are eating a living entity also. We are eating living entities as soon as you pluck a flower. That's why the late, no, not late, the great, no, Dr. Africa, the late great Dr. Africa taught it, but also Abdul Rashim, Abdul Hakim from Sundial, also Mama Taoma taught. Anytime you go and pick a flower or pick a plant or pick a herb, you should caress it and let it know that you're about to use it for what you're going to use it for. So if you're going to pick hibiscus, respectfully, you're supposed to show respect to that energy. If you're going to pick some dandelions, you're supposed to show some respect. Not all of us are doing it. God knows that I ain't doing it all the time. When I cut down a dandelion, I'm actually supposed to say a little meditation or show a little respect to it and let it know, yo, look, I'm coming to cut you down because in this area, the HOA is saying that we cannot be having dandelions and little leaves and yellow leaves and grass going. So I have to show it respect. And many of us are not doing that. There's a respect. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Please put the number 9 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, because all of it, from the dandelions to the marijuana leaf to the it's all spiritual energy, which is basically the same thing. It's all energy. It's all energy. It's all energy. Please know that it is all energy. It's all energy. Take the time out and really think about that. Spiritual energy ain't nothing to mess with. Spiritual energy, just because of their master number frequencies, is nothing to mess with. Hold on one second. Give me a second here. I got to answer this quick. This is very important. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to play a real quick commercial and I'll be right back after this. I got to answer this. This is very important. I'll be right back after this. Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing, family? Your brother's back here. Just had to deal with something real quick on the Fizzone. You know how we do. So let's get to the lessons real quick. I want to touch on the lessons real quick, if you don't mind, because I think this is very important. This is very important for people that are young and people that are old. This is very important for people that are young and people that are old, or what I might call the youngins and the vintage ones. The youngins and the vintage ones. And it's all right to be young. But sometimes our young people nowadays talk out of just talk and generalize everything. Everything cannot be generalized because you don't know everybody. We can't. And that's why I tell people numbers are here to guide you, not control you. As a matter of fact, as I went to the bank to circulate some funds to the house and, for the rent and everything today, I said, you know what? And the lady asked me what I did. Indian Vedic lady. Come to find out, she studied numerology, but she gave it up because she found herself doing too much. And I started laughing. I said, yes, in the beginning, we do. We asking this and asking that, and we doing everything. We like the movie 23 with Jim Carrey. 23 this, 23 this, 23 that, blah, blah. When is your birthday, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. Now, Lloyd, in a certain sense, he'll still ask you your birthday, but I don't. When I see you and running, I'm not trying to find out your birthday and all that type of stuff. If you want to book a session with me, then you will call me or text me, or I'll give you a card. But I ain't doing all of that just to find out your frequency. I rather try to learn about you organically before the birthday, and because already the names already told me who you are. That part, because the name tells the expression. It tells the destiny to a certain extent. It tells the soul urge of a person. It tells that already to me. So I don't even need a birthday to break you down or learn something. But I try not to do what I was doing back in the early 90s when I started really taking it to the next level and studying and applying it. I don't do that. I don't try to find that out until you do something crazy, and then I said, oh, okay, let me look at this person's number right now to confirmation. But yes, it's good to look at numbers when you're dealing with relationships or friends, see how things could work out or how to deal with that person. But sometimes you could have a number that says, hey, finance and then romance. Sometimes it's romance and then finance. Sometimes you could have numbers that connect with that. That's just how it works. And that's what I realized, and that's what I recognize over time. That's what I recognize over time. I said, oh, okay, all right. And your name can be something that attracts me, or my name might be something that attracts. Even the name that I use, King, adds up to a master number 11. So I see why when I call myself King Simon, which means kith and kin and, descendancy and generations, things passed on from them, it doesn't necessarily means royal. It just means a bloodline of things that's been passed down from generation to generation. So you could be a king in your own house. Maybe you did what your father did or what your grandfather did, and it's been passed down through your bloodline. That is part of the kith and kin, which K-I-N is the root word of king. Think about that. Got to think about that. So people called me King because in the Rasta community, they say, yeah, well, I'm going King. We all say me King. We all do me King. So I called myself, my name was Simon. So I called myself King Simon and then made a production company. People still call me Simon Templar, the radio personality and all that. And I got the word Templar from the old movie, The Saint, but it came from the Templars also, the Knights of the Templar. But I don't spell it with the Templar. It's T-E-M-P-E-P-L-E-R is how I spell my name, because I wanted to do the root word of Templar or Templar is temple. I am the kith and king of my temple. That's what King Simon, well, Simon means to listen or to hear. I am the kith and kin of a listener of my temple. I listen with my whole being. That's what King Simon means from my perspective. But when I break down the mathematics, it's different. Then I start seeing the sevens popping up and I start seeing master number 11s. That's why your name has a very powerful frequency. So when you are on certain levels of spiritual energy, because again, those that are just tuning in, everything is spiritual because everything is energy. It's all part of the energy. Now we've misconstrued this spiritual thing and think it's supposed to be some meditation and everybody go like this, oh, and all that. That's another level of spirituality. But then there's a low level of spirituality where somebody is just talking about F you, beep, cuss you out, blah, blah, blah. And then your mother said this, your mama that. That's what Joneses was all about. We used to Joan on each other or play the dozens or rank on each other. That's a form of spirituality too. We're not looking. We're looking at this spiritual community thing. Big up to Paris. Like I said, I heard her saying it, and it kind of triggered something in me. Nothing negative. It just let me know that a lot of us are misunderstood this vibration called spiritual and energy. Because once you see these portal numbers, these master numbers, once I said, let me do the numbers on this. I said, Lord, have mercy, because again, I've been in different spiritual, quote unquote, spiritual or religious community that practice some form of spirituality. And sometimes they could be the most wicked and worst people. And then the person on the street that is not practicing that level of spirituality can be the best person I ever dealt with in my life. The most genuine person. And when you start seeing these master number portals, the expression of the number or the full expression of the number spiritual adds up to 44, which is the 8 that deals with discipline. But it also deals with, remember the number 8, if you read my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, that's the number of build and destroy. So 44 adding up to an 8 say you can build or destroy in your spiritual practices. Oh, y'all don't understand. You can build or destroy in your spiritual practices. And remember, 44, although it's trusting in the order of the universe, criminals can trust in the order of the universe also. It was an order of the universe for them to rob that person or rob that bank or do what they had to do. But believe me, it comes with karma because 8 is a karmic number. That's why Dillinger didn't escape. That's why Al Capone didn't escape. Although they was going to church and all that, they had a Catholic mother or a spiritual mother or whatever they was going through. That's why people like Bumpy Johnson didn't escape. Everybody didn't escape. Some of them went to jail and all that kind of stuff. So there's levels to this thing called spiritual energy. And because they have all these portal numbers, these master portal numbers, and even the number 20 shows up, the number 10 shows up, all of these are master number potentials also that has a portal when you see that 0 next to it. 0 is a portal. The doubling number creates the portal in between each and one of them, reflective of each other to the point that it adds up to this disciplinary number. We know that 11 in compound numerology, or 29, is the number of deception, treachery. Read my book. It's in my book. And I give you recommended reading so you could go do your peer review or go look it up for yourself. So again, family, once I start seeing the portals of master numbers, and remember, with great power comes great responsibility. When you're dealing with master numbers, and any number, to tell you the truth, from 0 all the way to infinity, with great power comes great responsibility. Even as a number 1 frequency that I'm born under, being born under February 1st, that 1 frequency can be a creative, assertive, and strong energy, but also it can be a very cold, callous, destructive energy. If it don't get what it wants, or this, I know this. I've been down that road. Even Rick James sung about it. He said, "I was cold as ice long ago, baby, baby." He wasn't very nice. Here is song what Rick James, he born February 1st. Yes, we can be cold as ice. Yes, we could be not be very nice. And some of my ex-girlfriend would tell you, I wasn't very nice. I wasn't abusive and beating them up, but I wasn't very nice. Sometimes I'll get cold and like, yo, get away from me. I'm cool. I've thrown people out of my house when you try to disturb my peace. Get the hell out. Out of my living room. Get the hell out. Out of my house. I'll pack up your bags and help you to go out. Get out. Don't destroy my peace, because that number one energy is a creative energy, an assertive energy, a positive creative energy that comes out of the zero first. That's why 0 1s, like my man Joshua says, is the parents of all the numbers. I like Joshua. Joshua said that in his book. Where's his book at? Joshua said that in his book right here. This book right here, Math. I Am Mathematics. Math is the first sense. He said in his book, I love what he said. He said 0 and 1, the parents of all numbers. He says in mathematic view of numbers or symbols, 0 and 1 are the original eternal numbers, and all the other numbers are the result of their interaction. 0 and 1. Remember, 0 and 1 is the feminine 0, and 1 is the masculine. So when 0 comes together with the 1, we start birthing other numbers. 1, 0. The womb. So the 1 they start birthing numbers. Yes, they having sex. Yes, it's a sexual, spiritual, energetic, mathematical energy. So make sure y'all get my brother's book, Joshua Sarah, I Am Mathematics. Mathematics. Math is the first sense. Get it. Don't go to his website, joshuasarah.com. joshuasarah.com. Very good book. Very good book. And it ain't that big. It's about how many pages is around? It's about 70, 72 pages, 69 to 72 pages. Good book. Love it. Again, this is the numerovational perspective, so I'm not afraid to teach from other people's books and find the balance between all of it. So let's go to the lesson. Let's touch on the lesson. It's now 43 minutes in. I don't want to be here too long. A lot of mercy. Don't want to be here too long. A lot of mercy. A lot of mercy. Don't want to be here too long. So take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath. Relax. Just showing you that spiritual energy has a vibration that are connected to numbers and frequency. And if you don't use it appropriately, it can become the lower ratchet spirituality. Spiritual energy can be ratchet. Spirituality is Sexy Red. Spirituality is Little Kim. All of them are spiritual. Every one of them are spiritual. It's just how you use it. Megan Thee Stallion shaking that big old booty she has, born February the 15th. That's spiritual. And I was watching the video. I said, well, Lord have mercy. Go ahead, child. I'm still a man. I still like it. But I'm like, oh my gosh, she got a nice shape. I was like, ooh. She was in some type of funnel, and all these women was just doing their thing. I was like, it came up on my timeline. I said, Lord have mercy. So go ahead, girl. Praise the Lord. I'm a man. I like the feminine energy. Just like women like men when they looking tight and muscular, not big bellied and crazy. You know, back in Jamaica, the big thing was big belly man. Them man carry the swing. Hey, big belly man. Big belly man ain't carrying the swing. They carrying diabetes. Ain't carrying the swing no more. Big belly men are carrying diabetes and blood pressure pill and all kind of thing. They need to use Viagra and stone and all them things. Let me tell y'all something. I tried to use Viagra, a half of Viagra one time. In the club, a friend of mine, matter of fact, it was Gregory Isaac's manager of the time. I forgot his name at that time. Gave me a half of Viagra. Lord have mercy. I was expecting this girl to come with me back to my house. Me take the Viagra from the club. Me take the Viagra in the club now. Yo, this girl said, yo, I'm on my period. I can't come. I said, oh, so damn. So I made the mistake and took the Viagra. You know what happened after that? I was up all night. I never forget that. I took a half of it. Yeah, a half. Because he wanted the other half. So we cut the piece. We was at Temptation nightclub. He cut a half of it. He came out with his napkin because he's an older guy. He was much older than me. So he said, Simon, yo, you know what? We have some Viagra. You want a piece of it? Because I don't know if we can handle all of it. So he cut me a piece of it. And my girl didn't show up. I'm like, see, this is bull crap. See, this is bull crap.
I know people laughing at me. I'm just saying, this is what happened to me. And that was spiritual. It let me know that I should never take that Viagra. That was the first and only time I ever tried Viagra. And I was like, this is crazy. I'm never going to do this again. You got to make sure you have a woman at home with you ready for this Viagra. That's for sure. That's all I can tell you. Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Oh, I know people are laughing at me. I'm sorry. Those children, leave Viagra alone. Keep your body healthy and strong, and you won't ever need Viagra. And I realized I really didn't need Viagra at all. It was all mental. So, oh my God. So let's get to the spiritual lesson for you. Let's go to the spiritual lesson. I'm sorry. I was giving y'all all this antics. I'm sorry. I'm here giving y'all all this antics. I am sorry for giving y'all all this antics. Big up to California. Hey, what up, California? How you doing? Oh, man. So let's go to the spiritual meaning of it. So when I went online, it says spiritual energy is the force, divine essence, and vibrational frequency that flows through all living beings and the universe. All living beings. I don't care if they're ratchet. I don't care if they're crazy. I don't care if they're crippled. I don't care if they're dumb. I don't care. All living beings. So when I say spiritual, it's real. Spiritual is real in everything. Divine God has said, oh, you missed a couple of calling. No, I used to sing, darling, and I used to do comedy. I used to book comedians, and I used to do comedy on stage. I ain't missed the calling. I just don't want to do it no more. I'm done. No, but the goddess, I've done it already. I've done it. I went up to number 5 on the reggae chart as a singer back in the 90s, late 80s, 90s. So yeah, I did it already. Don't worry. Been there, done that. And I just had to reinvent myself in another way. And this is what I'm doing now. So yeah, I've reinvented myself numerous times, divine goddess. I've reinvented myself numerous times, my dear, just to let you know. Let you know that this ain't nothing new to me. I've been doing this for a long time. All right, so spiritual energy is the life force. And I'm going to, the divine goddess, if you stay to the end, I'm going to play the reggae song that went to number 5 on the reggae chart, top 10 throughout New York, Canada, the East Coast, actually. Spiritual energy is the life force, divine essence, the vibrational frequency that flows through all living beings. Anytime you see me put something on red, that means I got it off online research. And the universe. It is an invisible yet powerful force that connects everything in existence, shaping consciousness, emotions, and experiences. That's from online research. Again, I got another online research. The essence of spiritual energy. But what I do, I try to cross-reference things with online, Google, my books, and also AI. I do it all. Before I do any lessons, I always cross-reference everything. Universal life force, also known as prana in Hinduism, chi or ki in Chinese philosophy, or ruh in Hebrew spirituality, or ruh in Islam and Sufism. Spiritual energy is the foundation of life itself, according to online research. Vibrational frequency. Everything in existence carries energy and higher vibrations, brings clarity, love, and peace, while lower vibrations create fear, anger, and stagnation. Source of divine connection. It is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realm, allowing one to access higher wisdom, intuition, and universal alignment. Again, like I said earlier, all of it is spiritual. All of it is spiritual. Until you come to that understanding is, again, how you manipulate and how many levels. That's why they got 7, according to Quranic theory or Quranic theology. There's 7 heavens and 7 hells. There's different levels to this stuff, according to Quranic theory. When I've studied the Quran, I still got the Quran up there. I got the Gnostic Bible. I got the tablets. I got the Bible. I got the Kabbalion. I have all of that. I love studying all of it because I take what I need to make myself better and make myself balanced. Don't come to me and tell me Jesus never laughed or played or had fun, but yet we only got the spiritual aspect. Don't tell me that Prophet Muhammad didn't laugh or played or had fun. He had a wife, he had children, he had sex. Don't tell me Moses didn't have no fun. We only get the spiritual aspect of everybody. We don't get the fullness of these quote unquote prophets or quote unquote leaders. I've been in some leader circle and they cussing a whole storm, but get right in front of you and say, brothers and sisters, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the world. And behind the scene, we cussing and calling somebody a nigga because they did something stupid. Oh yeah, I've been there in these circles. So you can't tell me what is spirituality and what is not spirituality. What is a spiritual community and what is not a spiritual community. Everything is spiritual. It's which community you're a part of that you're getting that quote unquote communal energy from. And sometimes the spiritual community in certain parts of the world can be the worst and some of them can be good. I can't take that away from them. It's all about really bringing the balance. So getting back to the lessons again, let's go back to the lesson. If you don't mind, source of divine connection. It is a bridge between the physical and spiritual realm, allowing ones to access higher wisdom, intuition, and universal alignment. So even when you're going through madness or going through trauma, it's all universal alignment because you were meant to go through it. Whether it's the good or the bad or the ugly, you was meant to go through it, and it is universal alignment. Now, how you handle it is your business. How you handle it and how you rectify a lot of the madness that you've gone through or you need to go through therapy or something like that, then go ahead and go get the therapy. Go work on yourself. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can get it if you really want. You just have to try. Jimmy Cliff. Try and try. Try and try. You succeed at last. You can do it. I'm doing it. And it's not an overnight thing, family. It's not a one-day thing. It's not a 2-day thing. Matter of fact, it could be 2 years, 3 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years until you drop off of this planet, until you go into the next realm. It's not just one day. I'm healed. Now I'm healed. I've overcome all of that. Bull crap. It's bull crap. Let people fool you. But you don't have to hold on to the negative energy of what you may call a curse or proclivity, or you don't have to hold on to it. Say, hey, okay, that was my mother's, that was my father's, that was my grandparents, I don't have to carry that with me. I can just acknowledge it, respect it, and say, no, I'm not going to carry that energy and keep it moving. You don't have to hold on to, big up to Miss Blue. She taught about that. Big up to Erin Lyons. She teaches about that. Big up to her and those two beautiful sisters. How spiritual energy manifests: intuition and awareness. A strong spiritual energy enhances one's ability to sense subtle energy, synchronicity, and divine guidance. You don't think this happens in the club life? You don't think that happens in the criminal world? You don't think that happens in, come on now. It happens in every aspect. As long as energy exists in everything, you are going to be able to tap in to subtle energies, synchronicities, divine guidance. I remember one time in the club, all my negativity in that club, womanizing, having women all around me, doing all kinds of parties. I wasn't Diddy now. I wasn't doing that stuff. I didn't have a bunch of Bobby baby oil and all that. No, that wasn't me. However, I remember one time standing on the stage and I stopped talking on the mic just to feel the energy of the club. And I had a walkthrough right then and there on the stage. And this walkthrough that came to me on the stage, right there, Temptation Nightclub. And I've had it at SOBs before. I've had it at Temptation. Those are the two known clubs that I've had it on. And then I had it at Irving Plaza while I was hosting a big show. I walked through just one of them, but the one in Temptation felt so unusual. It was like it just came and shivered my whole body. It's like, yo, I had to run to the bathroom. I had to get off the stage and run to the bathroom. And I didn't have to take a leak. I didn't have to defecate. I just had to look in the mirror and say, what the heck was that? So you get walkthroughs in these nightclubs sometimes, in these places that have spirits. Remember, liquor is called spirit. The word bar is a word for Lord. Rabboni, it's bar spelled backward. It's rab, and that means Lord. So when you're in the bar or in the clubs, you got to pay attention because that's where a lot of the spirits are in these nightclubs. Back in the day, we called it discotheque, but discotheque is disconnecting you from reality because you stepped into that discotheque. Club is clubbing you over the head because you stepped into a club to get away from what happened in during the week while you was working and all that, to party and enjoy and have a good time, because all of that is spiritual. Nightclub. We ain't looking at the words that we're using, and then we go to get a bar, go to the bar to get a drink. Rab, we're going to your Lord to get a drink. And what are the drinks called? Spirits. The drinks are called spirits because they hold and wield an energy also. Am I making sense, family? Please put the number 4 in the chat if I'm making sense. Woo, Lord. I'm making sense. If I'm making sense, put the number 4 in the chat if I'm making sense. Big up to my dear sister, Queen Esther. Don't forget, Queen Esther and the crew is going to be on my show. Remember, Queen Esther and all these beautiful women are going to be on my show coming up in the month of March, Women's History Month and beyond. Queen Esther is coming on March the 2nd. Dominique Sade is coming on March the 5th. Kateria Knowles coming on March the 9th. Rosalind Hunt coming on March the 12th. And Cinnamon coming on March the 16th. Oh, yeah. They go, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a funky good time. But we're going to take it high. We're going to take it high. We're going to take it high that day with the women. Woo! Love to have a bunch of women around me, though. Y'all gonna see me go all out for the Women's History Month celebration. Women's History Month celebration. Oh, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have fun with every one of them because I like to laugh, I like the fun, I like to talk my mess. That's just me. If you ain't with it, then get out of my realm. Leave me alone. I tell people. So let's get back into the message now, family. Let's get back into the message. Let's get back to the message. Big up to everybody on Instagram, man. Big up to everybody on Instagram. All right, tuning in. Okay, so moving back to the lesson. Intuition and awareness, a strong spiritual energy enhances one's ability to sense subtle energy, synchronicity, and divine guidance. Emotional and mental state. A balanced spiritual energy creates inner peace, while an imbalanced one can lead to stress and confusion. Again, it's all spiritual. It's all spiritual energy. What did I just say here? A balanced spiritual energy creates inner peace, while an imbalanced spiritual energy, an imbalanced one, can lead to stress and confusion. Big up to Adina. What's up, Adina? Adina Howard. I like Adina Howard. Adina Howard, boy, she had them songs, boy. Big up to Adina Howard. I know you're not Adina Howard, but big up to you, Adina. Healing and transformation. Many healing practices, such as Reiki, meditation, breath work, focus on aligning and amplifying spiritual energy for health and enlightenment. And that makes, you know why that makes so much sense? Because look at the word again. Look at the words. Look at the word spiritual energy. Remember, remember all even numbers All even numbers are health numbers in numerology. All even numbers are higher levels of health and balance in numerology. But every number in the science of numerology has an attraction to some type of ailment if you don't monitor your health right. And that's what I wrote about in this book. Let me show y'all this book, which is now an ebook. If you want this ebook, this is Numbers Are Simple. Children's Health is Important, but it's also good for adults. That's why on the bottom of the book, I say right before King Simon, I say a basic health guide for children and adults and how to use the Earth Day, a birthday, to help the family. And you know, Queen of Four wrote the foreword for this book. Queen of Four wrote the foreword for this book. Thank you, Queen. I gave Queen that book. I gave that book to Queen of Four as soon as it came out. But she wrote the foreword for this book. She wrote the foreword, and I got it right here in front of me. Hold on one second. Don't worry. Hold on. Let me take this down. Yeah, Queen of Four wrote the foreword for this book back in the day when I first came out. I came out with this book in 20. Let me see. I think 2013 or something like that. But Dr. Africa is the one that actually published this book. But I have an ebook right now. If you want to do it, you want to get the ebook, you can text me at 347-496-1022, and I'll send you the payment information. But Queen of Four is the one that did the foreword to it. She did the foreword to my book, the foreword to my book. So big up to Queen of Four. Thank you very much for sharing. And also her website is on there. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Queen of Four, again, for always being supportive of King Simon. Many of the elders have been very supportive of me over the years, and I love them dearly. That's why I can't wait to have Queen Esther, who's one of the great partners of Queen of Four, and big up to her son, Hallelujah, and Supernova doing great work for the men in the Heal Thyself camp. So big up to them. I was listening to them on a IG Live recently. Big up to both of them. That's Hallelujah is Queen Esther's son, and Supernova is Queen of Four's son. So big up to them. I'm glad that they're doing their mama's work, their mother's work, and that's a beautiful thing. So again, going back to the words, spiritual energy, there is a lot of master numbers, but also with those master numbers, you could attract certain ailments to it, mental health, spiritual health. Things could be positive or negative, and up to you how you use this energy. It's up to us how we use these energy. Energy alone adds up to the number 3, which deals with expansion and growth, but it's also a nerve number. 21 again shows up. As much as 21 in compound numerology is what we call an initiation number, but it's also called the crown of the Magi number. So in order for you to use the energy in appropriate manner, it's a crowning if you use it appropriately, but also it can be a discrowning, a defrocking if you don't use it properly. But energy is still energy. And spiritual energy, the word spirit is all energy. That's all it is. I'm just putting the word together. All of it's like I'm saying energy. I'm like, energy. That's all I'm saying, really, when I'm looking at these two words. So it's so important that our people learn the different nuances of how to use the numbers connected to your name or your birthday. And then the words, because words, like Sister Kafunya always say, words sound power. Yes, words make sound that gives power. So that's why I've been focusing on words in my lesson plan instead of just people's birthday, because we say more words during the day than we say our birthday. We say more words during the day than we say our name. We say more words during the day. We say more words than we say anything else. So let's get back to the lesson. Healing and transformation. Many healing practices such as Reiki, meditation, and breathwork focus on aligning and amplifying spiritual energy for health and alignment. Number 3, how to strengthen the aligned spiritual energy. Number 1, meditation and breathwork calms the mind and enhances spiritual awareness. Number 2, high vibrational living and practicing gratitude, kindness, and self-awareness raises energy levels. Nature and grounding, connecting with nature clears and revitalizes energy fields. Sacred practices, engaging in prayer, chanting, or visualization aligns energy with divine flow. Put a number 1 in the chat if you understand that. Put a number 1 in the chat. And last but not least, I had to go online because I was laughing about it. And I had to go online. I said, laughter. Laughter, when you laugh, when you laugh, when you laughter enhances your intake of oxygen, rich air, stimulates your heart and lungs and muscles, and increases the endorphins that are released by your brain, activates and relieve your stress response. That's why before I go to bed, let me tell y'all something. I can watch all the ratchet movies in the world. I can watch all the shoot 'em up, bang bang movies in the world. I love Blacklist. I love movies like SWAT. I love adventure movies because I'm born under that frequency, that 1 frequency, that 9 people. You're going to notice that people born under 9 and the 1, they love those action movies. But people on the 3s and born under certain numbers like 3s and 9s, also, they love comedy, and 1s love comedy. Anytime you see those fire numbers, they love things that fire them up or make them laugh and all that. Then you have people born under 7 that might like the spiritual movies or spiritual things and meditative movies and all that. Then you have the 2s that also love that companionship and love. And 6s, they love that love movies and love. The 8s might love money and love and money, love, and making sure you're making money while you're making love and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I can do it all with the numbers. It points it all out. So it's so important to recognize. So before I go to bed, I watch a comedy for at least 2 hours before I go to bed. So I watch Raymond Reddington and Blacklist every morning, every night, every day during the afternoon, just because I like the mindset of Red. And plus, the guy that plays Raymond Reddington, he's Aquarius also, like myself. He's born February the 7th. The guy Jack Spader, I believe his name. He born February the 7th. So I love it. He born the same day as one of my sons. So I love his mind, the way they got him. They gave him the right role. Put it like that. They gave him the right role. He's very flamboyant, very articulate and all that. And that's what 7s do. They're very analytical and they analyze and they play chess very well. My son used to play chess very well. Jordan, he used to play chess very well. And I always told my son, I say, yo, life is chess, not checkers, baby. Life is chess, not checkers. Big up to sweet mama. Sweet mama. Sweet mama always showing love. Again, family, y'all see the Cash App, PayPal, all of that. Did I pin it to the top? I didn't even pin it to the top because I'm not even thinking about it. But if y'all do want to circulate any type of funds to the channel, you could do the super chat. You could spread love via super sticker, super chat, or, but thank you very much all the time, sweet mama, for spreading love, spread love, spread love, spread love, sweet. So all right. So again, because, and why do I do this? Because this is energy. Everything is spiritual energy. Everything that you watch, every TV show that you consume gets into your energy field because they're throwing out energy to get it in and we get attracted to it. Yes, I love to watch certain movies. Yes, I like to watch television shows, but I just don't watch it just for entertainment. I watch it to learn while I'm laughing and enjoying myself watching a Blacklist because I think it's funny, but I think the criminal mind, every time they mention certain things, I Google it up to see if it really is. They'll tell you about certain historical things. You just got, my spirit always says, yo, check that out. Google that. Google this. Google about this general that they talk about. Google about this facility that they talk about. And sure enough, every time I Google it, it does exist. It doesn't just come from Blacklist movie or something that they just put together, because in order for you to make movies like that, you have to have $1 million budget first. Those series are $1 million budget, and they have a whole research team that go and look up everything from the setup of the room, the setup of the facility, the setup of the place, they do everything. And I remember watching movies like Constantine. And I told y'all before, those that watch my channel before, I told y'all there was a book in the movie Constantine that I got. Just because I seen it, on the dashboard of the taxi cab in the movie. And I know when a movie, because I used to work with Spike Lee and I used to see the intricacies of how he put certain sets and stuff together. As a security guard, I was monitoring and checking all this out. I was like, okay. Then I met Wes Craven from while doing security on Vampires in Brooklyn. I met Wes Craven over there at the Brooklyn Bridge. That was Eddie Murphy's movie. Because I was doing security. I was in the Nation of Islam. We were doing security for X-Men security. But going back to Constantine, the movie, I bought this book just because I seen it on the dashboard. Satanism and Witchcraft, a study in medieval superstition. I had to go on. I said, oh, I said, whoa. I said, wait a minute. I had to stop the movie and pull it up and really go and read it because I know that they put it there for a reason. And this is one of the best books and best studies on medieval superstition. As a matter of fact, Encyclopedia Britannica, you can't see it because the background is too light. The Encyclopedia Britannica said the most important work on medieval superstition yet written. Why would the encyclopedia promote this book as the most important work on medieval superstition? Superstition, dum 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 dum. Writings on the wall. If you believe in things you don't understand, superstition is the way. Bum, 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 bum. Yo, one of the best books. I didn't care what it cost. I bought the book because I know movies like Constantine that dealt with the metaphysic aspects of things and the quote unquote spiritual demon side and also the angelic side of things. They put that book on that dashboard near Shia LaBeouf while Keanu Reeves was driving that cab for a reason. It all represented something in my mind. And my spirit said, go get the book, King. Go get the book. And anytime y'all watching movies and you see certain books that pile up, or you see them all, and they might be on a shelf like this, just laying on the shelf, go stop the movie and take a snapshot and pull the movies and go get the books. Go see what type of books they put on that shelf because they did it for a reason. They're teaching you and you don't even know they're teaching you. They're teaching you and telling you what to go study. For that movie to be made, they're telling you what to go study. Powerful movie. Constantine was a very good movie. I think Brother Panic broke it down years ago. Bring up to Brother Panic. Again, so going back to the lesson, let's close out. Let's finish it off. Laughter enhances your intake of oxygen. Rich air. Stimulates your heart, lungs, and muscles, and increases the endorphins that are released by your brain. Activates and relieves your stress response. This is an online study. In closing, my final thought. Spiritual energy is the unseen force that gives life, meaning, purpose, and connection to the higher self. By cultivating and maintaining high spiritual energy, because there is a high and there is a low. Me and Cafunia used to be in the clubs. She know what the high is and we know what the lows are. Big up to Sister Cafunia who knows. We can run into some of the greatest high-spirited Rastas, and then behind the scene, they could be the worst people ever. Rastafari, and them say them a Rasta. It's in every organization, Christianity, Islam. I could be some of the best Muslims, and behind the scene, they could be the worst Muslims. Spiritual. It's all spiritual. It's just a certain level. You see Cafunia in there saying real talk. Me and Cafunia know the entertainment world very well. Yes, real talk. Yes. She knows, I know. We grew up in this thing. Like David Levy used to say, we're not new to this. We're true to this. Yeah, they put on that mask. And I got to break down the word mask one day. You know what? Now, you know what? Let me not go there. I want to break it down in a whole nother level. The word mask and masking. For people mask their things. You know, that's why I don't get with people that think they overly spiritual and they better than other people. You think because you're overly spiritual and just because I say a few little words that you might consider vulgar or cuss languages, you better than me because you don't say it? Come on, man. Kiss me ras. Kiss me ras. Kiss me bras. Kiss me bras, like Beckett used to say. Kiss me bras. Kiss me bras. All right. In closing, spiritual energy is the unseen force that gives life, meaning, purpose, and connection to the higher self. By cultivating and maintaining high spiritual energy, one can experience clarity, peace, and deep alignment with the universe and the creative source. Family, thanks for your time and greatness from King Simon Presents. Remember to follow us on social media at IG at Iam.KingSimon, FB at King Simon Productions, and X or Twitter at Kingsimonprod. Or make sure y'all go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator for my books, for my products, for all my other links. And of course, Color Curiosity, my moderator, she's putting in the PayPal, the Venmo. If this meant anything to you in any way, please support the channel as much as you possibly can. And if you can't do it that way, then spread love by buying the books. And now I got them in ebook too. I got a lot of them in ebook now. Matter of fact, you can use all of that apparatus, all the apparatuses that Color Curiosity, except Super Chat. Use PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, or as a matter of fact, for the ebooks, I think you can use Super Chat. No, it's better but I did circulate something for those that had circulated through Super Chat before. But let's focus. Let's go to PayPal, Zelle, or Venmo if you want any of the new ebooks. Here's the new ebooks out right now. The new ebooks that are out right now. New ebooks that are out right now, which can help you. And again, I'm just a messenger. Just sharing a message. Am I flawless? No. Am I perfect in this realm? My energy is perfect, but hey, I've done imperfect things in my life. But I know providing information like this will help you because it has helped me to just laugh at a lot of the bull crap. I do not harbor things. I don't grudge people. If you're supposed to be in my life, you will be in my life. If you're not supposed to be in my life, I'll leave you alone and still show you love. Again, here's one of the lessons. This is that's have 26 pages in this book, only $5.55. Text me for the payment plan and for the payment info. Then I have my children's book if you want that for only $6.99. You can text me for the payment info, 347-496-100. And with that, it has the exemption info. Exemption info contact certain peoples to get any type of exemption forms. This one has applicable assignments that you can do. After every assignment, I want you to do the work. This one has exemption info and contact, and this one has the various mental health methods of healing, $12.12. This has 110 pages. This has 56 pages. This has 26 pages. That's why you see the prices go up, because they have a certain amount of pages. And if you don't want to get it via ebook, hey, there it is. Available on Amazon. Thanks to Star. Star made this for me. Big up to brother Star. Kafunya watches the show too. Star from Star Report. He did this banner for me. Big up. And I called him yesterday and thanked him. I said, yo, bro, tears came to my eyes because not too many elders produce banners. He's just a few years older than me, but not too many content creators took the time out to create a banner for me. And I'm not even advertising on the show. I used to advertise. I was one of his first advertisers when he came on YouTube. But he knows I really love the brother. He knows I love him as a brother, and he shares some private things with me, and I share some private things with him. You know, as we're healing as people, as we're getting older, because Star did his thing, and I've done my thing back in the day. I used to smoke weed and drink and do all kind of craziness too. I know that. Right now, I do have limited copies. If you want signed copies right now for $36, all you have to do is text me that you want the limited signed copies. And this is only for those in the United States. If you want the books in Canada or England, please contact them through Amazon, Canada, Amazon, UK. And you can get all of my books on Amazon right now. Get all of my books on Amazon right now, or go to my Linktree /KingsimonThenumerovator. So family, let me hear from y'all. Did y'all like the class or not? If you did like it, hey, what I do, let me see. I have a few more minutes. It's not 2 hours yet. I have a few more minutes. How many of y'all would like to call in and tell me that you like the class? If you like what you heard, if you like what you heard, you can call in right now at 718-210-8853. That's 718-210. I had to turn on my phone. 718-210-80. I got a few more minutes left, so I'll take 3 callers if you want to call in and share your wisdom about spirituality or spiritual energy. Because I broke down the numbers to it, and every portal number has its positive and negative. Every number has its positive and negative. Every number. So everybody talk about they spiritual and all that, they could be spiritual niggas or spiritual gods. They could be spiritual devils or spiritual gods. No doubt about it. Because I see the portals of the positive and negative through master number 11, master number 22, master number 44 has its positive and its negative. Adina, thank you very much for spreading love. Spread love. Up. Thank you, Adina. Spread love. Up. Matter of fact, Adina, do me a favor, Adina. Text me your email and I will send you the lessons of life. I will text me your email at this number right now. I know Sweet Mama, I think she already got it already. Text me your email at this number, 347-496-1022. Right now, Adina, text me right now at that number, because you sent the $10 donation. You sent some Skrilla, like Star would say. You sent some Skrilla, and I will email you this book right here, the Numerovational and Spiritual Lessons of Life Workbook. Just because you spent some Skrilla on Super Chat. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Believe that. Okay? Numerovational Spiritual Lessons and Workbook with applicable. So text me right now, Adina, at this number right here, 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Okay? 347-496-1022. Okay? And I will send you this book via email, my ebook, this book right here via email. Just letting you know, Adina. Anybody else that circulates some funds if they want the book. And thank you. She said she did get the book. Yes. Sweet Mama got the book. I did send Sweet Mama the book because of her donation. And she always donating something. She's always donating. I love it. Thank you very much, Sweet Mama. Thank you very much. And remember, every time you donate to any channel, Dr. B taught us to say this mantra. I kind of changed it up a little, but Dr. B told us to use this mantra. Currency is circulating back to me, and those who support me a trillion folds. Currency is circulating back to me a trillion folds. Currency is circulating back to me, and those who support me a trillion folds. That's what Dr. B said. Currency is circulating back to me 1,000 folds. But I change it around and say currency is circulating back to me, and those who support me a trillion folds. That's all I wish for y'all, to get that currency, that energy to constantly come back to you. I don't want to just be getting and not be able to give also. It has to be reciprocal with this energy. Everything is reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? Everything is reciprocation. Everything is reciprocation. Everything is reciprocation. Okay? All right, Adina, I did see your text, Adina. Thank you very much, Adina, for spreading love that way. And family, just want to remind everybody again, tomorrow they're doing something in this world amongst the communities. They're doing something. They're doing something in this world amongst the community. If you're interested, nobody wanted to call in, I'm cool. If you don't want to call in, I'm good. Believe me, I ain't stressed. Lord have mercy. I ain't stressed at all. They're doing something in the community that those that want to follow and do it, Economic Blackout on February 28th, do it. All right, somebody's calling. Let me go to the phone lines and see who's on. Remember, if you're calling in, please turn down any apparatus that you're listening to me on, and please talk to me directly to the phone. I do not want to hear any feedback. Let me see who's on the phone line. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking to your sister.
Hey, Kafunya, Wagwan, Kafunya. How you doing?
I love you so much, King Simon.
Love you too.
Every time I see you on the live, I just tune in because I know you're going to be sharing something wonderful for us to raise our frequency.
Yes, ma'am.
And to give us permission. You give us permission to share our stories.
Yes.
That's what I love about it. And the spiritual energy, like you said, is really, really real because I'll tell you a situation that happened this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the train. I think I was at the Long Island Railroad or some stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this poster with Chris Brown that said 1111. I said, what? 1111? Let me check this out for sure. And because I know 1111 is a master number, I know 1111 is a angel number and more, and it carries a very high frequency. So not only did I have an opportunity to see Chris Brown in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, I had an opportunity to see him at in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Arena.
Right.
And I tell you, I look at him like they talk about different artists that are underrated or like the underdog and whatnot. And for me, he's like an inspiration because he went through a lot of shit. Right? Excuse my language. He went through a lot of it. And because the people see the realness in him, you know, he has sold out and is receiving a lot of different accusations. But for me, it's an inspiration because when others don't see you, the Most High does see you for your work that you do.
Right.
And the same thing, like when you were talking about the different things that we went through, you know, of people doing promotion and publicity and all of those other beautiful things from our heart.
That's right.
Because a lot of times sometimes we didn't get paid for it.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And I just love how you know, this King Simon, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, you know, a special shout out to you and all your teachings. I just love it. And your inspiration, because I now have a publisher for my up and coming book, my first book, and even gonna have some spoken word tracks to my spoken word as well. So I give thanks to you for inspiring me and say, hey, don't go to the next round without giving your gift that you have within you. So
Yes.
on that note, big respect to you always, 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 and to the people in the chat.
You know,
and you just
I
have an Aquarius son.
Oh,
right.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Jediah, he's the middle son.
January 27th. January 27th.
Explain to him. He's
January 27th. Yes, I know.
And what you explained about them, sometimes I see that in him, but I have to let him know. Look, your name means a very special thing. It means a servant of the Most High. So,
exactly. Exactly.
That yin and yang is very important too. And to acknowledge that.
That's right.
Is important too.
That's right.
And I like what you said. Anybody that think they're holier than thou and all that. Now, we don't have time for that, especially in this time, King Simon.
That's right.
You don't know.
Yes, right.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kafunya. I do have that 1111 album up right now in the screen right now with Chris.
Yes, and I have his products as well. And, thank you. Star is crazy, just like you.
Yeah, that's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother.
And he's the only one that allows you to call him brother.
Yeah, I'm the only one to go. There's other few people, but definitely me. And Star is real. But thank you very much, Sister Kafunya. I'm going to break down this 1111 with Chris Brown in a second, right now. I like that. Thank you very much.
All right. One love, my brother. All the best to you.
Thank you, sis. One love. Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's Sister Kafunya. You'll know and catch her at Nicholas Brooklyn. She also have her own business. You can hit her up on Instagram at Kafunya Starbell. I think it's Kafunya Starbell or Kafunya Ifa. Make sure y'all support Kafunya. You see what she said about Chris Brown doing this 1111 album, because this is his 11th studio album. That's why he came out with 1111. All right, released in November now of 2023. That was his 11th studio album. I understand that, but that's interesting because Chris Brown is born May the 5th. He's already born on the 55 frequency, that 5-5 frequency. And the name Brown adds up to a master number 22. So when you start seeing 22 and 55 and different energies and him putting out an 1111 album, because he resonates with master numbers. From my perspective, he resonates from master numbers, and I understood why he would even come out. Even when Jay-Z came out with 444, he's born on the 4th. His wife born on the 4th. They got married on the number that add up to the 4th. They got number 4 written on their ring finger, tattooed on their ring finger. This is not a joke. This is not the joke when you're using these frequencies. Big up to Chris Brown, my last name's sake. Both of us have the same Brown last name, so big up to him. But yeah, I mean, I could go in deep about Chris Brown and all that kind of stuff, but that is not where I come in to do right now. That is not what I'm coming in to do right now, and big up to him and what he's doing in his life. Big up to Chris Brown and what he's doing in his life. So enough respect to him and what Chris Brown is doing, and even to reveal those type of things, that's important. Even to reveal those type of things through what Chris Brown is doing, and when you start recognizing certain numbers and how they're doing, and recognizing those things and how to use it, that 1111 album must have been very powerful and was probably very telling, because 1111 is one of those quote unquote angel or angle numbers that reveal things or reveal secrets about things. And so if you listen to that song on that album, those songs 1111 throughout that whole album, you're going to see that probably Chris Brown is telling a lot about himself, some of the deeper side of him and who he is. And it came from a deep perspective, especially because it's the 11th studio album that he did, 1111. So big up to Chris Brown and whatever he's doing and however he's doing it. And I want to thank y'all, and big up to Kafunya for sharing that information with me, because I didn't even look it up to see that he did an 1111 album. I didn't even know he did that. But apparently, according to online sources, he did it in 2023 in the month of November. That's when it was released on November 10th, right before November 11th. He did it right around that time. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Big up to him. All right. So I'm glad that Chris Brown is doing his thing. Again, family, want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on and sharing and spreading love your own way and doing what you like to do in your own way, like I'm doing what I love to do in my own way. And I could do it from here to Timbuktu. I can do this all day long if I had to. Do I have to take a break sometime? Yes, I do. And some of the books that I do want y'all to get, let me shout out a few of the books that you can get. I showed this book earlier, Joshua Sarah book, I Am Mathematics, Math is the First Sense. Of course, my book, you got it, Numerovation for Mental Stability, also a very good book to have. And the children's book also, children's book, Numbers Are Simple, Children's Health is Important book, very good book. And if you are into studying the history of medieval superstition, this book here, Satanism and Witchcraft by Jules, what's it? How you spell the name? Jules Michelet. This is a good book. This is the book that I seen on Constantine, the movie. This is the book that I seen on, but it is a study in medieval superstition. That means if you were into herbs back in their times, or if you was into things like this, or astrology or anything, they will take you out, burn you on the cross. Because there was a lot of things going on back in there. And big up to Encyclopedia Britannica that said this book was the most important work on medieval superstition yet written. And this book was written in 1973. So obviously there must be another one out there that's probably good too. But that book was written in 1973. And that's the one that I seen on the movie Constantine. That was the one that I seen on the movie Constantine. All right. On that note, family, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming in, and thank Sister Kafunya for calling in. If nobody else wanted to call in, it's all good. Big up to Nicholas that's doing that open jam session on the 28th. And don't forget, the ladies are coming in all month. I probably have one man to promote one thing in the month of March, but definitely it's all about the Women's Herstory Month. Queen Esther, Dominique Sade, Kateria Knowles, Rosalind Hunt, Cinnamon is coming in. And then don't forget, my girl Paris Williams will be doing a book signing in Georgia again right before her birthday on March the 15th. And then we have people can join my membership. It's only $9.99 per month. Come on out, get the lessons. Most of the stuff goes right into the lessons anyway. So make sure y'all go right into the membership and y'all can get access to it anytime you want. And again, this is King Simon Presents, only quality people. The ebooks are available right now. There you go. The ebooks, just text me and specify which ebook you want, or you can go to Amazon for any of my books. But I do have the signed copies coming up. The signed copies, if people want to get signed copies, I only have like 20 of them left. Only for those in the USA, please. If you need it outside of the USA, please go to Amazon for any of my books to get the books through Amazon. Get those books through Amazon. Big up to Color Curiosity. That was my moderator. Make sure y'all support her. The numbers are going up on her IG. I love that. Iris Papers is coming out by Dr. Shakira Moore. Make sure y'all go to our Linktree to get that pre-order. Also, big up to my girl, Adara Moselle, doing free consultation, energy healing, negative energy removal. Make sure you go to adaramoselle.com. The website is right on the top, or you can scan the QR code. My son, JB, doing the cleaning service out here in Georgia. Hit up that number right there at the bottom. My son, Adam, or Prince Imagine, doing his thing. Make sure you hit up those numbers or the voicemail, or text those numbers, or call them on the voicemail, leave a voicemail. And if you do want to book a session with me, text me your full name, date of birth to 347-496-1022, and an email. And remember, I only use Cash App for people that are booking for service. I use a private Cash App directed to one of my business partners and family members. So if you want to book a session and you only have Cash App, you can actually text me and I'll send you all those links to everyone that I use. And of course, this new spiritual book is coming out too, the Spiritual Lessons book, part 2. I have 10 volumes that I got coming out. So this is just part 2. And of course, the angel numbers and angle numbers is coming out. and my children's book is coming out around the month of June. All right. Remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say, please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. B, for everything that y'all shared and that y'all still sharing with us through whatever means. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Remember, I love you because I love me. Take care, stay strong, stay focused. Peace out.
It's your girl Sandy Daly, and it's reggae and world music's biggest night of honor, the 42nd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards, IRAMA, hosted by legendary comedian, actor, and lifetime honoree Oliver Samuels, with performances from Nigel Boy, Belize legend Lloyd Rayburn, Richie Stephens, Everton Blender, D'Angel, and a galaxy of other reggae and world music acts. Going down at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, South Florida, Sunday, March 30th, 2025, with celebrity red carpet arrivals at 6 p.m. For a limited time, get 50% discounted tickets now at irama.com. Or to become a sponsor, email iramasponsor@gmail.com. Sponsored by Broward County, Florida Cultural Division, Tough Gong International, VP Records, Reggae Festival Guide, Elite Chauffeurs Florida, and so many others. Powered by Martin's International, bringing nations together through music and culture.
Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And a nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemet.ee said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, so you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalkemet.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85% And eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the classes.